Hey, here's Joe again, and welcome back to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, where we are following Dillion through Helheim.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives
He's
here.
gone. You were
He's
too
gone.
slow. How could you?
Keep going.
How could you?
Keep going. Ignore
Apparently, I
me.
shouldn't have
Told you
waited,
It was. He tricked you.
and
I told you.
Where
now
are
they
you
taunt me
going?
because I
See,
did leave the
there's
game
nothing
in
to
between
follow.
episodes.
Come on.
I see that over there. We still need to search the sides for more story. Like these side story bits that I so much like seeing. We should only do that when she isn't holding her side though, because she's running slower now.
You're imagining things. It's not him.
It's Dillion.
Go towards him. Quick, go, run.
I don't like
Before
that
he
they
disappears. Go.
choose which subtitles appear and which subtitles don't, instead of just showing everything at once and like at different sides of the screen, like reinforcing the idea of what the game is going for. Probably they experimented with that and it was too disorienting. It can't be Dillion because we aren't
Before she first
through
met
the
him,
gates yet.
she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney plains. That was her
The
world.
darkness is creeping up the arm.
Like this one. Barren and lonely.
I don't know whether it's an actual game mechanic or just a story thing they spoke about when they said that the darkness is creeping up the more we die. If it's like only a main story thing or it's an actual game mechanic of not wanting to screw up fights. Because maybe if it's that way, I shouldn't be so afraid of going all in. I'm afraid of all the fights, which is a problem. Causes problems, it is a problem. Not good, it makes me worse at the game. He's up there, and we have side cave. The mother. Talk to me.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
We've had better tips, but okay. Let's go for Dillion. I mean, I'm sure it isn't Dillion, but like my mind is playing me tricks and showing me the way around the gate. Yggdrasil? That's too small of a
There
tree.
he was. The lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years she felt a ray of hope.
There's the tree.
Where is he?
He's there.
Where is he?
He's there. Under the tree.
Light.
You can see him. Come on, you have to keep
Dillian is
going.
waiting for you. Keep going.
Like, the last time that the blackness crept up on my arm, it was only from story death to Hela.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
So the word we are just completing right now, I was distracted by that says M-I-R-R-O-R, mirror. The other words, like the one on the side could mean train, but most of these don't make any sense, but that clearly says mirror. And that can't be a coincidence, because they would have seen that. So let's first go to the door so that we can start the glyph sequence. And then we go into that tunnel and stuff. Oh, we can't reach that from here. Can we reach that via this? Yes, okay. Good, let's go to the door and see that it's glyph time again. What?
What's that sound? What is it? It's too loud.
There's sound, but the sound is too loud. Yeah, this is like the back door into Helheim. I don't want to take a proper look at this place. Yeah, we're supposed to continue that way. Maybe we'll be able to open the door once we return from the tree over there. That over there, though, looks very interesting. Okay, let's move down. There's a cave directly under here that I want to visit. Also the path that goes directly under the bridge we haven't properly explored. I just wanted to go up here because I thought this was a glyph door. But it isn't. Or it is not yet. And they're two distinct things. Huh, one of these.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
What? Oh, this isn't even interactable? That's the first thing I saw. Like every little graphic glitchy thing, I think like, oh, there's something to explore over there, but no, it's just a weird splotch in a weird graphic pack. Like, look at that ground, it's atrociously bad. We can go on the other side of those.
As the she-wolf
Chips.
licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break.
With his mouth,
He
yeah.
is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Okay, what's the new plan then? I'm interested. The map continued this way, and since the main way is clearly the other way, we have to go here. Okay. This leads to a pretty open area. So the paths will connect over here, won't they? Yes, they do. But we'll always have to look to every splotch of land for more talky circles. For more glimpses of our mother. Stuff like that. That looks like a rune. That mast could be an axe again. We'll see once we come closer with which the game wants to hit us now.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Must have missed one, I think. From like the map can't be very much longer.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time,
Why?
she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Like Nordic mythology is not normal children's story, all is good.
The light. Follow the light. No. It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
I think that's too small for Yggdrasil, the word tree. But I assume it will appear at some point in the story. No, what? Why couldn't I go there? He isn't here.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh. Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Why does it have to be so quiet?
To fight like that.
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
I killed him? I don't think so.
Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
And I think hope returns. And over there, let's go to the tree.
It's by the tree. Can you see him?
You want to believe it,
Is
but
he
it's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Dillian?
Nothing lives here. You won't
Survive.
You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree.
Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Can we see this part of Driftwood? I might have missed one. We'll find out.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin.
Okay.
They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Well, I already asked why when she did it, because it seems like an odd choice, but yeah. What was the end?
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
Okay. So we're supposed to go up that way. Why is there something else here? Did I already go around the entire island once? What the... This goes up here. Where does the other path go? I'm so weirded out by this game playing tricks on me with the level structure. While not being able to... Oh, this just dead ends, does it? No, this also goes up. Okay. Sometimes I'm just not perceptive with my eyes. Okay, so something in this cave will help me reach Helheim. Oh, it's a sword.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it.
Hellblade.
Don't take it.
Did she just not take the sword? Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gram. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gram by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you.
Find it.
The metal. The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards.
Okay, then let's do this first shard here.
Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you
A
see?
king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now?
Why is Dillian
Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
I can feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why would Dillian do this? Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not safe.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child, who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all,
Her wound
the
healed.
sword.
She's now going normal. And on the other side is Aware. Okay. Will we learn more about turfing here? All the story? All the 4 parts? Or will we find one in each of the charts? Like one... I think... Okay. That's where I'm supposed to go into the burial mound. This looks interesting. This looks too modern. Ah, no. It could be tech from that time. It looked like Gears at first sight, but it was like the version of Gears that they already had. Like more machine crafted, but it wasn't.
Go in. You have to go in. Take the
Torch!
It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there?
Voice threads? Left voice threads.
Julian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Ways to possibly go. Can I... Right here? Okay, that way goes somewhere. We go into the other way and that also goes somewhere. Let's go left first.
I'll find him.
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices?
Is that his voice or the voice of the dead?
Not Dillian.
Can I please run?
Can you
Where is
hear him?
he? Where is he?
He sounds like he's getting further away.
Have you lost him?
You're going the wrong way.
Are you lost and have you lost him?
Where are you? Turn left.
Turn right.
Over this way.
What was that?
This way. Follow this way.
Right and left say follow this way. Okay, that looks more outside-y. This way doesn't even exist.
There he is.
There he is. Dillian.
There he is.
Finally.
You found him.
What's wrong? What happened?
Where's he gone?
Can you hear me?
You let him go again. Let him.
Just wait there. I'll find you.
You have to find him.
This is your
Okay, there's an
Find
other
him.
room where Dillian
You
is.
have to
Okay.
find him. Get him back.
He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose
How
him?
could she?
Find him.
Could she lose him? She didn't even have him. He was on the other side of the thing. Okay, so then over here, left or right? My call, not your call, so I say left or right. Let's go left. Left goes to a crossroad again, but the right side of it has light. Which is crumbled. Hey, that's an oil pan. You can light that. Ah, perfect. Exactly what I want.
Hervor disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back. It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
Ooh. That leads to the exact same crossroads that I just was at. That one over there. It lighted when I lit this. The only explanation that's iterative. And thus the way I'm supposed to go.
I can hear him.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
The voice is getting louder. Listen.
Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him.
Listen. It's getting louder.
There he is.
You're getting closer.
Keep going.
Senua, follow the voice.
You're nearly there.
Dillian's voice.
It's him. He's going to save you.
Find the voice.
Find him.
Voice is coming from the left, so I'm going right. Should have gone into the infinite maze just to see it once.
It's not him.
It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
How infinite is this? I think I'm hearing the voice now.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
Totally irrelevant which way we're going every time.
What's in there?
What is it?
A secret room.
There are bars.
How do you get in there?
How does she get in there?
Maybe you can't.
There's no way in.
Find a way.
There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now.
I think I was there already.
Stop. What's
in there.
That's the last thing. The last secret room that we haven't visited yet, I think. Did we have one where we lit a torch directly next to one? I don't remember that door. Go this way. This is the obvious way. I would love to be able to run. Game. This is the same crossroads. Yeah. But this isn't lit. We've been at that secret room. I think I'm losing myself completely now. No, this is the one.
Herver ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Herver demands her inheritance, but her father warns her that the sword is cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
Question is, how do I get back to the other thing? think it was this way. Then this way again, then right. I think this isn't... Like, part of this seems like it generates around us. Part of this seems like it's just a set map. Maybe it's also automatically giving me the thing that I'm searching for. Like first the places with like the cutscenes and the talkie points. Then this one so that you go back and then immediately get it.
That voice. It's not Dillian.
I think it's not supposed to be. Ways. Which I don't know which way.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus. Use your mind. Where's he gone? He's disappeared.
I'm trusting myself now. And voice mad.
You have to find another way. There has to be another way.
This wasn't connected to this before. Okay, I'm going down the rabbit chain of the same place over and over again. Yeah. What's that? Isn't that the way we went? If this is the way we went, we should go the other way. We went already that way. Let's try this way. I mean, it's the same way we did before. But shouldn't we come through? If we just retrace our steps, shouldn't we come through the one with the lowered ceiling? No, this is another place. This is where we got that one. I'm not so certain on that being a good idea. Can I please run in this segment? It's so slow. If you do like a shape-shifting puzzle thing. I lit that already. Ever.
You don't recognize it? Don't doubt yourself, you'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do, you know where you are. She doesn't. Listen for his voice, listen. Dillian, where are you? Listen for his voice. Dillian. She can't hear it.
This is the shield that's hanging on the wall. There is a shield like that. There's the same shield. We're going for the same shield. We're trying to follow obvious.
The same. It all looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it?
Ah, we're supposed to go to the one that's different. Okay.
Light the torch. Light it. Look for the torch. Light it. Help you. What can you see? It will help you see.
Both of them are different. But we have been to that one before, not to this one. In this chain. Oh, so we're going down different chains. And then that one, that's different again. Is that different from this one? No, that's the same as this one. So we're going to the different one. But isn't that where the secret room was? Oh, that's where the one without the torch was. That's the secret room? That's where we can't continue. Okay, I found my way to the secret room again. So, find the difference. Am I not supposed... am I supposed to go to the same one over and over again? I don't know. Like, I now followed the game's description on where to go. I mean, this is... Oh, wait. This red and that's black back there? That one?
Where are we? She has no idea. We're going round in circles. You have fallen in. You think that sound is Dillian's voice? It's a trap. You've walked right into their hands. They have you right where they want you.
Ah, that's that again, okay.
How could you? You think that voice is Dillian's? It's not. It's beckoning you to your death.
So,
Does everything look the same? It all looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? What's different? There's a clue. Look.
there's a clue, look. Okay. I know that all of this brought me to this crossing where I can't fucking do shit. What? Yeah, but then this. And we right triggered this before. So now we've been to the secret room, so how did we get to the other thing? I'm completely lost. Like, I know how to consistently reach this room. The secret room. These two are the same, aren't they? Yeah, like the sword. Look at the sword popping in. That was causing me trouble on identifying the rooms. So then we're back at this room, the room with a chair and with no markings on the thing. Where that is where the thing is, and that is where the passageway is. But that passageway is just there to reset us, isn't it? Like, we saw the secret passage like a few meters from here. Then we returned for it. Like, we've been there, we know that now. And then we went there, and then we're at the first of the room section again. Yeah. This one's different. Like, we could go to the different one. Or that one. Can't see in here. Okay. Red room and darkness.
Senua.
Mother.
If
Mother,
only we
speak.
could see life through each other's eyes, there would be no hatred. But we only hate what we fear, and we only fear what we cannot see. Your father,
I don't think so.
and I will keep on trying, but his gods will not let him avert his gaze. But if he could, he would know not to turn his anger on us.
So they were mixed gods. Okay. Interesting. Not very common, but yes. I don't think so. That's a thing that's very often said, but I don't think that you only hate what you fear and you only fear what you don't see. No. There is very clear reasons to hate and fear stuff sometimes.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Escaped achievement.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
Are you stupid? Game developers? Are you thinking minus 50 decibel is something to be putting into your audio thing? Wow. I know you want a range, but the range needs to be in a place where you can hear it.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal?
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand.
That's what she lived through at home?
You're going
Wow.
nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
At least I get that part of the backstory now. Phew.
It's done. You did it. But there's more. Keep going. There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do.
We
It's
still
not
have
going
more of
to
them
be
to do.
easy.
Oh god, that's a bit annoying when I want to do my end of episode thing. Okay, we got the first shard of the legendary sword Grammar, or if you want to say so, the Hellblade. And we're going to continue to search for more of them in tomorrow's episode. Have a nice day. See you then.